Weimar Germany, November 1923. A loaf of bread costs 200 billion marks. The savings that could buy a house in 1918 won't by breakfast 5 years later. That's how fast a stable currency turns into worthless paper. And this wasn't a mistake. It wasn't bad luck. It was a pattern, the same pattern that played out in Rome, in Argentina in 2001 when banks froze accounts overnight, in Zimbabwe, Venezuela, the Soviet collapse, and the Great Depression. And it's the same pattern America is following right now. Some people lost everything. Others survived, even thrived, not because they predicted the collapse, but because they followed principles that work in every collapse, no matter the country or century. Here's the truth most people miss. Tactics fail in crises, principles don't. Buy this stock, hold that asset, only works if banks stay open, contracts are honored, and the system keeps functioning. In a real collapse, those assumptions die first. That's why hard assets survive while paper burns. Land still produces food, gold is still gold, real estate is still real, while stocks, bonds, and bank balances are just unenforceable promises. That's why productive assets beat speculation. A farm feeds you whether markets are open or closed. A bakery creates value even when currency dies, while speculative assets only matter if someone else can buy them. That's why debt destroys people and collapses. Incomes fall, prices crash, but debt never shrinks, and banks take everything from those who are leveraged while the debt-free survive. That's why skills are the only truly portable wealth. Land can be seized, money inflated, businesses nationalized, but skills live in your mind and travel with you, just like they did for refugees, craftsmen, doctors, and builders who rebuilt from nothing again and again. And that's why local trust networks outlast institutions. When banks close and governments fail, people survive through family, neighbors, and communities, not spreadsheets and promises. These 5 principles are ancient. They worked in Rome, in Weimar, in Argentina, and they will work in America. This isn't about getting rich. It's about not losing everything. Most people don't fail because they're stupid. They fail because they follow strategies designed for normal times in a world that's breaking. If you want to understand how to position yourself now, without predicting dates, without panic, without gambling, subscribe, because the next video breaks down exactly how to apply these principles in modern America, what assets actually make sense today, what skills matter most, and how to build resilience before the window closes. History doesn't warn twice, but it always leaves clues.